Hello, my name is Mallith and welcome to my AKM modding guide. In this guide I will take you through modding your AKM depending on which level you are. We will start with the basic AKM and even see what we can do on level 1. The AKM that you find in raids or that you buy looks like this and has the following stats: 296 recoil, a sighting range of 500, an ergonomics value of 30.42, muzzle velocity of 760 meters a second, and a fire rate of 600 RPM. Fire both single and full auto. Now let's see what we can do on level 1. We already can change a few things. We can change the handguard to a polymer one, we can change the pistol grip to a polymer one, and we can change the buttstock to a polymer stock. These attachments are all available at level 1 prapor and will cost you in total 4,136 rubles. And this is how the gun looks after these modifications. Now let's compare the stats. Our ergonomics value has risen from 30.42 to 31.2, and our recoil has been lowered from 296 to 291. Congratulations, you're now level 10 and you still have your AKM. Now what can you do with it? Now you can change your handguard to a CAA RS47, available at peacekeeper level 2. On this handguard you can add a stubby grip, also available at peacekeeper level 2. Furthermore, you can change the pistol grip to a saw pistol grip, also available at peacekeeper level 2. Now at level 10, the gun looks like this. To upgrade a bare naked AKM to this position, it would have cost you 2,266 rubles and $168. We have the bare naked AKM that we found when we were level 1. The middle one is the AKM that we upgraded to on level 1, and then the right one is the AKM we now used on level 10. From our previous version, our recoil has been lowered from 291 to 277, and our ergonomics has risen from 31.72 to 32.76. It's the whole point of ergonomics extra. Okay, we're now level 12 and we still have this AKM. We have just unlocked prapor level 2, and now we can finally start mounting a sight on this AKM. To do this, we have unlocked the Tactical Chula 01 rear sight weaver adapter. We can mount a PK06 bought from level 1 skier. Next, if you have completed enough quests, you also unlocked the PBS-1 Silencer. This version of the gun will cost you 45,992 rubles with the silencer. Let's now compare our AKM with its previous build. With the changes we made this level, we shaven off 5 recoil. The ergonomics has been lowered again from 33.28 to 31.2. Okay, we're now level 15 and we still have this AKM. What upgrades can we do in this level? We can change our scope from being on a rear sight adapter to being on a tactical Tantula mount. So we remove the TT01 and add the TT10000, add the PK06. Another upgrade we can now do is we can change our saw pistol grip for an RK3 pistol grip. And lastly, we can add an RP1 charge handle. Now at level 15, the weapon looks like this. Now these are the stats for our level 15 AK. The recoil has not been changed, but our ergonomics has risen again from 31.72 to 32.5. Still lower than the ergonomics without a sight. Okay, we're now level 18, still got this AKM. Just unlocked Peacekeeper level 3. The first thing you can add is you can switch out the stubby for a Magpul RVG Grip Black. This gun with a silencer now costs 60,837 rubles to upgrade and $171. Okay, let's compare the stats for level 18. Our recoil has lowered from 272 to 269. And our ergonomics has stayed the same. Just a quick recap. From the level 1 AKM, who had a recoil of 296, we now have a recoil of 269. You actually have two choices for a handguard. If you want to put attachments on your handguard like flashlights, you have to go for the CAA RS47. But if you don't need that, you can actually go for the Mo handguard. The build with the CAA and the RVG black front grip is cheaper than the MOE, but MOE AKM handguard combined with the AFG M-Lock front grip actually gives a bigger recoil reduction and a higher ergonomics value. You can see the two builds here. The MOE build raises the ergonomics from 32.76 to 35.1, and lowers the recoil from 269 to 268. At level 22, we unlocked prapor level 3, and we get access to the recoil pad GP25. This is the only thing prapor level 3 gives us, but it's a very big buff. This gun will now cost you 63,202 rubles and $209. Let's look at the stats. By just adding the recoil pad, we have reduced the recoil from 268 to 242, and the ergonomics has risen from 34.84 to 35.62. Now at level 28, we have unlocked level 3's gear, and this gives us the access to put American stocks on our AK. We do this by adding the ME4 adapter, a cold buffer tube, and the MOE stock. To run this loadout, it will cost you 81,283 rubles and $76. The reason why the dollar count is now this low is because at level 3's gear, you can buy the MOE Handguard and the Magpul for rubles instead of dollars, which actually makes it cheaper than buying it from Peacekeeper. While the ergonomics has been risen from 35.62 to 35.88, the recoil has drastically increased from 242 to 278. This is the build that I use for my AKMs, which you can actually go a little bit further if you unlock Peacekeeper level 4 at level 29. Doing this gives you the option to change the Gasblock to a Kibo Arms gas tube, and change the Handguard to a Krebs custom UFM key mod. On this new Handguard, you can still put an RVG black Magpul grip. This build allowed us to lower our recoil from 242 to 239, but has lowered the ergonomics from 35.62 to 32.24. While this Handguard looks pretty sleek, this will set you back 63,202 rubles and 334 rubles. Like I said, this is the build that I use on my AKM when I go for a close combat build. Sometimes I also want to bring an AKM that has more long range potential. How do I do this? The first option, and the one that I use the most, is I change my PK06 for a hammer scope with a Leopold delta point in the upper red dot slot. This build will cost you 35,904 rubles and $679. The stats of this weapon are 242 recoil and 35.1 ergonomics, a sighting range of 800 meters, and an effective distance of 400 meters. Another option you have from Peacekeeper level 3 is, instead of the hammer scope, to use an Alcon scope. This build will set you back 53,904 rubles and $630. The stats for this gun are 242 recoil, 34.84 ergonomics, sighting range of 800, and an effective distance of 400. When I use this build, I prefer to also have a red dot sight that I can use for close combat, and I don't like using the upper sight on the Alcon scope. This is also possible. For this we have to change back to the CAA RS47 grip, having the option of putting an MPR 45 backup mounts, and on this mount we can put a PK06. And this build will set you back 63,202 rubles and $656. I hope you enjoyed this guide, and I'll see you next time.